East Stroudsburg University baseball head coach John Kaminsky and senior second baseman Joe Bennie drafted in the 28th round by the Oakland Athletics in Saturday's Major League Draft. Coach, just start with you, your third draft pick in 5 years. What does it mean for Joey, and what does it mean for the program to have this kind of success at this level?
Well, it's great for Joey first, and it's great for his family. And then, from the program perspective, it's nice to get guys drafted, and it certainly allows us to. It helps with our recruiting, and it helps with everything. And it was a great way to finish up, a fantastic season for us.
Joe, what was your feeling on Saturday as you go into the third and final day of the draft? I know a couple teams have expressed some interest, but still has to be a little nerve-wracking until you get the call.
Yeah, it was very nerve-wracking, just tense. I mean, I had family over just to kind of low down the mood a little bit, but until I got the phone call, it was very tense. I couldn't relax, couldn't get it off my mind.
This was your only season at ESU. You played 3 years at La Salle. What were your goals coming into this season, your only season at your hometown college?
To win. I was never part of a winning team, so I wanted to experience winning in college. And I mean, obviously, in the back of my mind, I want to extend my career, but that's always not guaranteed. So coming in, it was just winning and having a good time because I really didn't get to enjoy much.
Coach, obviously you guys, with the help of Joey, win the PSAC championship, the first since 1971. You do it in a season where there are 7 players drafted out of this conference, and 6 of those players played in the conference tournament. As you look back on those 4 days in that perspective, how does that kind of frame the championship season?
Well, we always, when we talk recruiting and we say the PSAC is a conference that has great players in it and players that are good enough to get to the next level. And this year showed it even more so. You get seven players drafted from our conference. That's very impressive, and it shows that the type of player that does come to the PSAC, and you get to a tournament, and we always say anybody can win it, and just because of the talent level throughout the entire conference.
Joey, as we mentioned, obviously you played Division I for 3 years. How did that pitching depth up there kind of compare to the level you saw here? It seemed every weekend you're seeing 2-3 guys who might at some point in their career have a potential to be drafted and pitch professional.
Honestly, I think it was very similar. A lot of teammates ask me that question all the time. They're very, very similar. I mean, when you see Gunkel and you see guys like that, I mean, they would be Friday guys in the A-10. So, yeah, pitching's definitely the same, and even in bullpens, I think closers are actually better in the PSAC than it was in the A-10, because in the A-10 it was kind of anyone's game, especially in the 7, 8, 9, because no one had deep bullpens. But in the PSAC, if you didn't have a lead going to the 7th, you really had to battle back.
How overall did playing in this conference for your senior year prepare you for the opportunity to play in the professional level?
I think very much so. I mean, like I said, when you face Gunkel, we faced, who else did we face?
Mesa, Murphy.
Mesa, exactly. So just all those guys, I mean, they're professional pitchers, so definitely big help, and just looking forward to it.
You went to Stroudsburg High School. I know, coming up through even the Little League level, I'm sure everybody has an aspiration of someday, you want to get to what you experienced on Saturday, but when did you feel like that was something that might be able to become reality in your baseball career?
I'll say Scout Day this year. Coach K told me I got a little bit of attention, and then just going forward throughout the year, and then after the first weekend in North Carolina, looking over during my at-bats and seeing like 8 scouts with cameras. And I was like, okay, this got to play well.
Coach, as Joey came here for his senior year, you knew that he was going to be a key part of what you did, but to be able to come in, you had him projected maybe as a 2 or 3 hitter. You lose Zach Menendez the first weekend. He moves right into the leadoff spot. I mean, that was something I felt that really stabilized your team this year.
It did, and we took Joey out of his comfort zone a little bit and made him into that leadoff guy. He's a pro speed 6.65 runner, but in his previous 3 seasons, he didn't have many stolen base attempts, and I kind of set him free on that, and he had to learn how to take a good aggressive lead and then trust what he could do. So, by coming out of his comfort zone, it's certainly going to help him at the next level, whether he goes back to hitting 5, 6, or 7, or if he's hitting 1, 2, or 3, he's going to be very, very well prepared for wherever they insert him in the lineup.
Joey, what were some of the things, maybe in general, that Oakland has expressed to you, the things that they liked about what you do, and maybe a couple things you might have to improve on right from the get-go as you get started?
They told me that I profile as an offensive second baseman, but that I surprised them with the way I played defensively this year because at La Salle, defense definitely wasn't my strong suit, but Coach K, from day one came in right with the footwork, taught me how to field, and from there went on. But they really haven't expressed anything really improvement on. I'm sure when I get there, they'll just break down my game completely, and I'll feel like I don't do anything right. But offensive second baseman who could field it, and I think they're actually surprised with the 21 stolen bases because at La Salle, like Coach K said, I think I stole 5 in my career.
Yeah.
So.
What is the next step at this point? As we're about 2 days removed from the draft, where are they going to send you, and maybe at what level do they see you starting?
Yeah, I'm going to Arizona Thursday morning to get my physical. Then I think Friday, he either said I'll stay in Arizona to play rookie ball, but he'd prefer me to go to Vermont to start off in short season single A.
Coach, you've been through this 2 other times now as head coach of the issue. How does this experience with Joey kind of dovetail with what Mark Angelo and what Jeremy Gigliotti went through?
I think Mark and Joey were pretty similar in that, they transfer in, both had lofty goals as far as team goals, first to win, and then secondly, to extend their careers. And when we sat down and talked, we talk about the team goals and then say, okay, now what's your goals at the next level? And I was able to take what Joey had said and kind of, Joey has all the skills that you would want for the next level guy. But we really worked on his mental game and his approach to offensive baseball. The physical tools were there, and the work ethic. And Joey says we helped him with his fielding. Well, when you have athletic guys, they can make adjustments to their game. And my focus with Joey was more from the mental side and how to handle the 0 for 4s or hitting the ball hard and it being caught. So that was my focus with Joey. Is when you just look at sheer talent, all the tools are there.
We haven't even really talked about kind of the individual accolades aside from being selected, but being named first team all region by the coaches, being named the Gold Glove second baseman for the region by the coaches. I think that shows what your peers really feel about the quality of player that he was.
Certainly, and again, the athletic ability is all there, and then all the accolades that he received as that's a testament to his hard work. And and you got guys like Joey and Brian Ernst and Chris Knott. They're not only were they our best players, but they were our hardest workers. So what they've done to the younger guys, they've instilled that in this program, and that's going to go on for years and years. That these freshmen that came in, they're going, wait a minute, look at the talent level, and they're working harder than anybody else we have here. So we're going to see benefit from that from years to come.
Joe, you get to go out as a PSAC champion playing in the NCAA tournament. Aside from that, was there a point in the regular season that you really look back at and say, that was a great time to be a part of the ESU baseball program?
Honestly, every day. I try to wake up every day, and I just say that to myself because I don't want to take any day for granted. It was my last year, possibly the last time I ever played baseball, so I enjoyed every second. I text almost every one of my teammates still, and always say, I miss you, man. Like Chris, we got to get the cages soon, anything. So.
You go to the PSAC tournament, the quality of the other 7 teams that are there. To be able to go 4-0 and overcome some of the adversity that you did with the weather and not sure even at what point you're going to be able to get on the field. Those have to be 4 days that you're going to remember for a long time.
Oh, absolutely. Coach K preached adversity all year, so it kind of felt right that we had to face all that adversity. We had to take down both number 1 seeds, the defending national champion. It was the perfect way for us to win a championship.
Coach, you guys, again, you win the conference tournament, you go to the regional, twice in 3 years, and you don't get there without really good players. But I'm sure that you're now appreciating the results and the effort that Coach Abelski put in to get this program to this point.
Certainly, we've the coaching staff has worked really hard with everything that they're going to face, because once you get in a baseball game, it's too late. You can make small adjustments, but our coaching philosophy is prepare these guys for everything that they may see in a baseball game, and then hopefully they go out and do it. And so it's been nice. I've and I'm not one to live in the moment, and there's always that next level. We want to win a regional, we want to get to the World Series, but I've had some pretty strong people say, hey, take a step back and reflect and look at where this was and where it is now, and enjoy this. And so I've been able to do that a little bit.
Joey, anything that you're looking forward to maybe doing your last couple of days in town before you head to Arizona?
Maybe be able to relax and reflect a little bit, but there's not going to be really much time for that. I got to keep working and get ready for it.
And kind of to back up on that, there's a point where all the evaluations are done and everything's, at the general manager's office and, with all the organizations. How tough was it to, know that part of it's something you still got to keep working to continue to get ready in the event that you are, given this opportunity?
It was kind of a stressful process because it was I think the hardest thing was to will myself to get up, and because I was just not knowing, and it was just tough. But I guess it paid off, and I'm more ready now that I actually did will myself and got out there.
All right, Joe Bennie, a Major League Draft pick. We thank you for the opportunity to play at ESU, and look forward to what you're able to do here.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Greg.